Welcome back to Donslife. If you've been following the channel for any amount of time, you know that my 2021 GMC Sierra AT4 is a cornerstone of what we do here. From mods to maintenance, we've been through a lot. But today, we're gonna mix it up. This piece behind me, it's not mine, but it could be a glimpse into what's in the future. No, I haven't made the decision to buy a Ford Raptor, but it's just something that I wanted to talk about a little bit today. That's just, what if we changed up the truck to something else? I'm still in speculation or shopping mode, but it's something I thought I'd run by you first. So we're doing something a little bit different today. I've got a mobile detailing service coming to clean up the Raptor because we're getting it ready for an install that I'm about to perform. Sometimes I just don't own the vehicle that I want to perform a mod on, so my neighbor was generous enough to donate his vehicle. What a nice guy. Big thanks to Magic Mobile Detailing for fitting me into his busy schedule. Now let me be clear, this is not a video about switching out to another brand. But since the Ford Raptor is in my driveway, I think we at least need to acknowledge it, and after it's done getting detailed, we should take a closer look. Okay, the detailing work is done. We now have a clean specimen for the upcoming install on this Ford F-150 Raptor. While we're here, let's just look at some of the attributes that make the Ford F-150 Raptor as popular as it is. So first off, we have to give it some respect when it comes to ground clearance. Remember, these are 37-inch tires. That's what the 37 is there. 37-inch tires compared to my 34-point-something inch tires. And I've had to do some trimming of the back mud flap. Now I've got these fender flares, which also required some trimming. Back over here, no trimming, and we have these factory mud flaps, lots of clearance, and we know that's because Ford likes to do round openings for their fenders, unlike GM that's got these kind of squared off ones. So that's kind of nice to have. Now, it's not lost on me that you can get the AT4X or the AT4X AEV edition, and that would give you a different front bumper. I've got the DV8 off-road front bumper right here. This does give me an exceptional approach angle, just like the Ford Raptor has. Mine might actually be a little better, except it's a little lower here where the winch is, but there's no winch on there. But remember, these were aftermarket add-ons. Of course, we have some integrated markers in the fenders. They have a set up at the front, and they have a set in the rear. Some of you may know, but the heavy-duty versions of the GMCs, the 2500s, 3500s, so on, they have an indicator light in the fender flare. This does not have that. These are obviously aftermarket, but our friends over at Boost Auto that make these running boards here, they actually told me they were working on something for the half tons, for the factory fender trim that's there, but I don't know if it's coming out this year or if it's actually going to happen, but they mentioned they're looking at it. I won't really get into the suspension. Obviously, this comes with a very capable valve suspension on it. The AT4X does as well. Again, mine's not an AT4X, but it could be added to this for an additional cost. Now let's go into my dirty truck here that did not get detailed. You see these auxiliary switches here? These are switches that I added. They are a factory option that you can add later. This whole bolster has to be replaced, or you can cut into your original, but you can buy the kit with the replacement bolster. Of course, I got a video on that. So I have auxiliary switches here. We have 5 of them. I also added 12 more right here. This panel location is so nice. Now, I do know in the HD versions of these trucks, the newer ones, you can get the upfitter switches right here, 5 switches, just like these ones, but put over here. If I find an image of it, I'll put that there for you. So there is a factory option where you can do that. My friends over at 404parts.com, I know they carry that part. But why I'm mentioning any of this is when you're in the driving position, if you're going to use these auxiliary switches, well, good luck seeing them from where your head is at. So you can count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and pick the right one, but they're just a little bit obscured, and I don't think that that is really that wonderful. But you do have them, and maybe this is just a bit of whining. But if we head over to the Raptor, and I think you know where I'm going with this. No, the switches aren't here. And no, the switches aren't here. They're right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's pretty handy. And I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about this. But wait, there's more. That's right, we got the big panoramic sunroof. Tell me I'm wrong, but I think this should be a standard option at this point in most trucks. Now I know we're just talking about a luxury item here, a panoramic sunroof, but honestly, once you've had one, we have one in the Escalade, it's kind of tough to go back. And I know there's rumors for the new 2027 half-ton Silverados and Sierras that they may just get a panoramic sunroof. For now, we'll just have to enjoy this. But how about these AT4 seats? Yeah, the styling's okay. The bolsters aren't really that aggressive, and the seat pad is pretty firm. Over time, they do loosen up, but they're still, I'd say, just a medium comfort seat at best. Now check out these seats. Suede and leather. I don't know if it's real suede or not, but either way, it's fake or real, it's nice. Better seat bolstering. I've sat in these, they are more comfortable, they have more give, and these bolsters do quite a bit more to kind of hold you in. All the adjustment options are the same though. And yes, I know you can get these in a massage version on the highest trim levels, AT4X, Denali Ultimate as an example. As for these, I haven't really looked into it. Feel free to tell me in the comments if you know. I won't get into an interior comparison because I have the pre-refresh interior, and we know that the 22 mid-year and newer all have a much nicer interior. But yes, this comes with a large screen right off the bat as well, and a full digital instrument cluster. Of course, we have the fold down shifter. Now we have the flat workspace. I've never actually tried this out, but now we have that, a nice flat table. Of course, I love my multi-pro tailgate. Who doesn't love this? But you have to work out your arm a little bit just to close it. Okay, that's nice. Nice and smooth. Sure, we got our step in here. No problem. Got our handle. No problem. I get it. I like the step on mine better, but you know, this works. Not complaining. Just got to put it back with one hand here so it's possible. But I want mine to do this. I do like that. Look, I'm not saying I'm trading my keys in tomorrow, but I'll be open with you guys. I've talked about replacing my GMC Sierra at some point, and we're getting closer, but it's not imminent. I've talked about holding out for the next generation platform of the GMC that I have, but that's slated for 2027 now, so we're probably at least a year out till we know exactly what that looks like. But I've also talked about stepping it up to maybe a 3/4 ton, something newer like a 24 or 25. All I'm saying is there's lots of choices out there, whether it be a Tundra, maybe a Ford Raptor. There's some compelling choices. That brings me to an important question for you, my subscribers. If I did move away from GMC or Chevy and brought a different brand into the garage, would you still be interested in my automotive DIY content? Because honestly, so many of the upgrades that we do here, whether it be lighting, electronics, cameras, they have universal application across many different truck brands. So what it really means is the ideas and the inspiration can just carry over to whatever truck you own. Now back to this Raptor for a second. Again, it's only in this video because I have an install coming up for it. An installation that's going to take place on the back half of the vehicle. I'll give you a little preview here. That's all I'll give you, but it has to do with lighting, and no, I haven't installed this product before. But there is good news if you don't own a Ford and you happen to own a GMC. It will be coming to this platform. It's just not ready quite yet, so you'll get a preview of the install on the Ford first. And yes, once it comes out for my GMC Sierra, it'll also be available for Chevy Silverados. So what do you think? Should we stick with GMC, wait for 2027? Or is it time to seriously consider a new direction? Let me know in the comments below. Now remember, there's no active recall on my truck. There's no reason for me to be scared or get out of it. If it breaks down, it breaks down. But so far, it's been very reliable. I'm keeping up on maintenance. I think it looks killer. And overall, I'm really happy with my truck. My truck, my rules, right? And while you're at it with all your comments, drop your dream truck below and let me know if you were to switch brands, what would you go with? Thanks again to Magic Mobile Detailing here in Saskatoon for getting the Raptor all clean for the upcoming video. If you don't want to miss that, definitely hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on. But if you like this video or you don't want your mother-in-law living with you, hit that like button. Please consider subscribing and we'll talk to you next time.